If all your toiletries are crammed into one bag, and then the second bag where everything is getting messy and your shampoo is spilling on your makeup brushes, you are packing in an outdated method. For 20 years now, TSA has told us that all of our liquids need to be in a 1 quart size bag following the 3-1-1 method, meaning that all the liquids inside also have to be smaller than 3.4 ounces. Now, while that policy hasn't changed, your packing method could. You see, for so long, we had to take our liquids out of our bag, remember, and put them on the belt. Now, in some airports, that is still the case. However, new technology in the non-PreCheck lines has greatly improved, and the new CT scanners require that everything stays in the bag, with like the TSA agents yelling at you different rules in every line that you're in. Well, it's mostly because there's different machines in different lines. And also, I feel like some people just love chaos. But nevertheless, if you have PreCheck, obviously you don't have to take your items out of your bag. But even if you don't have PreCheck, there's still a high likelihood that you also don't have to take your items out of your bag. Now, because of this, it kind of allows us to be a little bit more lenient on how we are choosing to pack our toiletries. Hey, I'm Finn. I'm the creator of the 3-day packing method, and today we're talking about how to use the 3-day packing method to pack your toiletries for you, not just for TSA. And if my face looks familiar, it's probably from our other YouTube channel, Tim and Finn, where we have shared our travel experiences from around the world for the past 10 years. Now, what do I mean packing for yourself and not packing for TSA? Well, packing for TSA would mean that every single liquid that you have is shoved into your liquids bag. That's 1 quart in size. Now, for the past 5 years, consistently and in traveling to over 40 countries, I have used this new style of packing where instead of packing by what the item is, like liquids in the liquids bag for TSA, I'm packing based on when I'm going to use the item. Now, in the 3-day packing method for clothes, it's the strategy that creates a capsule wardrobe that makes sure that you have everything that you want and need, but also organized in a way that makes everything easy to find. Applying the same method to toiletry means that we wind up with an essential travel bag that is staying with us during our travels to quickly access on a flight, but then also later in the trip, you have everything organized here in your everyday using the liquids bag as your shower bag, essentially, because you don't need your shampoo, you don't need your razor, you probably don't need your bug spray or sunscreen. And then just like in the clothing method, in the most important day, maybe you are headed to a wedding for the weekend. You've got hot tools for your hair, a big round brush, an extra eyeshadow palette, fake eyelashes, a hair barrette, something that you really don't need maybe every single day of the trip, but needs to come with you in your bag somewhere. So that's the method behind the madness. What I'm gonna do is essentially like an unpack with me video so that you can see everything that's coming with me on just about any trip, but also following all the requirements that I would need in order to travel with all of this carry-on. Before I start unpacking and before you blow up the comments, I realize this is controversial because what you're seeing here, what is probably what looks like 2 different liquids bags. In this hanging bag, yes, I do have some skincare liquids, eye drops, and makeup. Here I definitely have a lot of liquids. So am I just breaking the rule, or how is this possible? Well, what I keep doing over and over and have never been stopped for is I am just packing my liquids, yes, still in clear bags, but separately. Now, I'm not breaking the TSA quart bag requirement rule because if I ever did have to take anything out of my bag, I have done the test and I know that if I remove the non-liquids in here, like I have some shower bag things like my razors right here, I've packed in the strategy knowing that I can fit all liquids in the one bag. So you can start there, maybe shove everything you need in the quart size bag, and then go out and organize your items with the assumption that you won't need to run the test and put everything in the bag in front of a TSA agent. This hanging bag has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different compartments, and I've been using this bag for so many years that I've completely created a system for myself so that everything's always in the same place and I always know where to find it no matter what country I'm in. I do like my liquids down here. This is kind of, I think of it like my makeup liquids versus my shower liquids. So these are things that I'm using every morning, every night. Serums, obviously this is so specific to whatever you want to pack. I have a little face tinted moisturizer and some foundation, and all of that is really easy to find, use, and just keep clean down here in this wipeable plastic pouch. What's really cool about this too is this entire thing detaches. So on trips that's really minimal, and I'm not even bringing this at all, I'm just bringing this detachable liquids bag down at the bottom. This flexible mesh compartment is divided into two sides, and you'll see I kind of have my necklaces hanging out of the one side. That's my little strategy for keeping jewelry in this divided pouch, and leaving the ends out helps me keep those detangled. But also in this pouch, I've got some rings and earrings and a watch. The other side I have filled with chapstick, my Q-tips, and I love traveling with these little tester perfume bottles. It's a fun way to try new scents, and I don't know, isn't that part of vacation, is that you turn into a new human everywhere you get to go? So I like to do that with perfume samples. The second zipper here has a secret little back door, so I'm gonna save that till the end. The other mesh pouch in the front is where I keep all of my dental hygiene needs. Toothbrushes are pretty hard nowadays because I feel like everybody has an electronic toothbrush. This is a specific Philips electronic toothbrush, but I use this only for travel. I have a big one at home, and this I think you can get for under $20. It's just nice that it's a little bit smaller than the whole base and battery setup that you probably have at home. My toothpaste and floss are in there as well, and then what's cool about the bag is that once this is unpacked and I'm ready to go in the hotel room or wherever my final destination, there's these side pockets as well that you can keep this up and safe, and can save you from little visiting creatures somewhere in the jungle. That leaves my top back pouch for all makeup. And I like it back here because of how, when it hangs, the weight is distributed up here. It holds together really well. And if you're a makeup lover and you struggle packing makeup, I would recommend that you start looking for, along the way, just as you're shopping for makeup, there's some really great small options that you can set aside just to keep for travel. So really small eyeshadow palettes, maybe some blush and bronzer palettes that mix together. Here's an entire liquids version of that, and look at how cute this thing is. It's got the mirror, and it's got highlighter, blush, and bronzer all in this one stackable piece. I was so excited once I found this thing. Let me just take a handful here so you can see everything that's in here. I mean, I have everything all like tube based. I love all of that for travel as well because it's small, linear, and fits really well inside of a toiletry bag. So just plopping those all back in there, and you can see how well this really does do with space, because there must be some spandex inside there or something. So the final secret compartment here is so secretive because how I like to pack this is with my true travel day essentials. What are we missing so far? Well, deodorant, that's for sure. I've got some dry shampoo. Powder is better than aerosol because it is not a liquid. This has been one of my favorite things recently. It's just a little travel medicine kit, and all these stickers come with it. This was just a random Amazon find, but I have been finding myself throwing this into my purse, going to concerts. I've been bringing this thing everywhere just because it's so small and compact. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm 38 years old now and it's like, I'm always needing something in here. Little hairbrush in here. My favorite tip is to wrap extra hair ties around the base of the hairbrush. Never losing them, easy to find when you need it. And I'm keeping my hand sanitizer for the travel day and a couple other random essentials like Band-Aids and a makeup remover cloth. Again, that late flight or that late airport hotel, it's so nice to quickly be able to grab this after the gross travel day. You know, it feels so good. You can buy these in bulk. There's like a big Amazon bag of these, and I just keep that in a drawer in my bathroom and then pull them out when I'm traveling. If I'm going on a 14-day trip, I'm not bringing 14 of these necessarily, but for that one, for that first night, it's so nice to have. And the reason If you'll notice, this is a bizarre grouping of things. Yes, Band-Aids, face wipe, dry shampoo, deodorant, hand sanitizer. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right? These are like those things that you'd be grabbing in your purse. Well, that's because once this bag is, whoops, hold on, let's put this toothbrush away. When I go to roll up this bag, like I'm getting ready to travel, and I like this in my personal item, the back side of that pouch also has a zipper. And so even when this is all zipped up, without needing to undo that whole huge bag, you can access the back pouch from this zipper right here. And so even when it has these bulky items, and I intentionally overstuff this so you could, you know, it's one thing if it's like, wow, it looks so aesthetic, but I would never, like I need way more stuff than that. Anyway, so it's intentionally overstuffed, but all those things that we needed, here's the Band-Aids again, here's the dry shampoo. It has 2 zippers in the front and the back, the deodorant, the medicine kit. So if you are in the window seat in 34A and you're trying to lean over, I'm 6 feet tall, and like you got legs, you got arms, you got heads everywhere, you can quickly access what you're looking for without needing to pull out your whole toiletry bag. And that's what makes this the VIP all-star of not only this packing method, but just changing the game in packing for yourself versus this packing for TSA method. So with that in mind, let's continue to move forward and go into this shower bag. Obviously, we need probably a couple more toiletries on whatever trip we're about to take. And this I love because it's got another clip. This can hang. This is all waterproof. This is a nylon quick dry layer, but this is the plastic. So you can hang this in the shower. Everything in here can get wet. And then those silly hostel or Airbnb or hotel bathrooms that have no ledges to put your stuff on, boom, you can just hang this right around either the shower, what is that called? The spout thing where the water comes out, or on the handle itself. Now, throughout my stay, I might be unpacking into the bathroom, using the drawers, but in terms of right now and keeping everything really efficiently packed, this is helpful because these are all these things that I don't need in probably the first 24 hours. We've got hairspray, a big thing of sunscreen because I'm going to the beach or whatever, a razor, hair serum, Thailand's best bug spray. If you know, you know. This is one good thing to pick up if you're in Thailand. Oh, leave-in conditioner, face wash, body wash. This is Sol de Janeiro, one of the best smelling things on the planet. And another fun hack for your favorite like luxury items like this. This is so expensive to get some little thing like this. What I do is I buy this once and then you can buy the refill and you get this huge bag. Hold on, let me show you. Here I come. You can hear me even though I'm not in there because I'm still mic'd up. But anyways, I've got this whole huge thing in my bathroom. So your favorite things you can buy in bulk and then I just keep refilling this. Because hello, we're on vacation. We want like a little bit of, we can make our own spa day. Speaking of bringing things from home to make a spa day, your favorite shampoos and conditioner that you are buying in the big size because they're more cost effective that way, but you aren't traveling with them because they're too big. I think everybody knows at this point, these great silicone bottles. If you haven't tried the silicone ones yet and you're stuck with the plastic ones and you can't get your conditioner out, the silicone ones are so nice because you can actually squeeze them. So that's something to look for. If you're in the market to purchase some new ones, look for ones that are squeezable and not just that hard plastic because things get stuck in there and then you never end up using it. So that's what wound up in this liquids bag. Now let's complete the test right now. Let's take the liquids that were out of here, because not all of these are liquids, and let's just shove everything in this quart bag so that we humor the people in the comments and we make sure that we still are satisfying the TSA rule. There's a little bit of a game of Tetris about it, but sometimes if you stack things alternating, you get the big bottoms and then the big tops alternating, so you're not wasting space. Okay, the things are definitely shoved. We're in. It's not ideal, it's not pretty, but we satisfy the requirement. But now in that first 24-hour period when I just like want my eye drops for my contacts, it's not such a scene. Now, the mysterious third bag, what do we have in here? This is impressively larger than it looks, but you probably already know what I have in here. I do have one surprise. Look at this. This is a huge pack of face wipes. This is 30 face wipes. So I don't know if I'm going on a month-long trip, but I just wanted to shove another thing in here so you can see everything that's coming along in this whole system. And then what's in here all organized is a round brush, curling iron, a couple hair clips, and a couple additional makeup brushes. I like the makeup brushes in here because they're just tucked and safe and out of the way, but I guess you could put them over in the makeup area of the hanging bag. I only personally use makeup brushes when I'm like literally doing a whole big face of makeup. So that's why it's not really in my essentials thing. Because if I wanted a touch up, I would just use my fingers. If you want to travel with a hair clip, put it around something that can help brace it so that it's not breaking. It's a fun little tip there. And then you can see that this is just like an unstructured piece of nylon. So this is also not adding any bulk to your bag at all. And I think that's the problem with sometimes bringing additional organization system in toiletry bags is that they're thick and you're adding space that you want for clothes. If you're interested in purchasing anything that I showed in this video, these 3 bags are sold as a set. You see, it's a whole system. So you can see that in a link below. And then also I have recommended travel size toiletries that after 10 years of almost full-time travel have become my favorite. I also have additional supplements or long haul flight essentials that are also my favorite that I bring along in an entirely additional pouch for those flights that are over 8 hours. Give this a like if this blew your mind and hopefully gave you a new strategy on how to pack your toiletries. And then absolutely, if you didn't see it already, I think you're also gonna love the 3-day packing method when it comes to your clothes. So check that out also in a link below.